It's hard to look in my eyes, completely shut down. Just say it again, stay with me. You won't be my friend, won't be my friend. What's wrong with me?
It's your boy iWill, and we are sitting with the beautiful and talented Miss CoConi Royle. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself, your background.
Well, I've always known that I wanted to be a singer from a very young age, and that's what I've done most of my life. I've also done a little bit of modeling and acting along the way too, but my main love was always singing, and it really helped bring me out of my shell because I was never a very confident person, so that was always my main thing that made me, come alive in life.
Who are your musical influences?
Oh my, there are so many. I mean, the main ones: Alanis Morissette, Cyndi Lauper, Annie Lennox, of course Madonna. How can you forget Madonna? Back in the more the 80s kind of era, that was amazing. That's it really, as far as I can remember.
So you like the female rebels of the music industry?
Yeah, I mean, they were all unique. I like their uniqueness. I didn't really know much about the rebellious side of them. I wasn't aware of that. All I knew was that I liked the way it sounded, and I liked the way it made me feel when I sang their songs, and I could relate to it. And then as you grow and get older, then you realize what the actual content is about, and they're like, oh, okay, now I get it. And, as a kid, you're just like, oh no, that sounds pretty and poppy and catchy, and got different perspective.
Well, they are definitely unique artists, and
Yeah.
you are a unique artist yourself. What is the backstory of your music?
I've written many, many albums up until the point where I've done the one that I'm promoting now, which is Venusian Butterfly. And it took me a long time to figure out what my style was, what my image was, and by the time I got to that album, which is 5 or 6 albums later, it became clear to me that the whole theme of everything that I'd been building up to was that I was coming out of this cocoon, because I wasn't a very confident person in my younger years. I only really started connecting with people properly when I was 18 and having, full conversations, full eye contact, and being more comfortable around people.
That only shows the true testament of how talented you are. You have a few videos on YouTube. I've definitely been looking that up. There's one song you have, it's very interesting. It's like you were out in the woods. What's the name of the song, and what was the whole theme behind it?
The Say It Again song?
Yeah.
Well, that song is a very personal song. It was written because my dad died when I was 6 years old, so it's all about him, and it's all about the whole theme of not finding it hard to communicate with people, and people misunderstanding me or misunderstanding people, or all around having a very unusual life where I didn't really stay in one place much, so it was hard to kind of develop relationships with people because we were always moving around because of odd circumstances. So it would relate to anybody who's lost someone that they love, whether it be a family member or a loved one or whatnot, and it's all about repetition and the OCD of your passion and your music. It kind of comes into it. So there's a lot of repetitive shots, as you look carefully at the video, and there's a lot of repetition with the chorus and whatnot. And it's all about basically finding yourself and finding a way to move on, even through that pain, and somehow, some way.
And you direct your own videos, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's hard to be on camera and direct at the same time, but we pre-plan what we're going to do. We come up with a storyboard. My mom's really good at storyboarding, so she helps me with that. She helps me with costumes. I'm more of the video editing gal. I like to sit there and kind of see where things are going to go and make things go backwards and tweak stuff to make it look weird and strange. And
Have you done any television work?
I've done a few interviews sort of like this, and my music video got played on television in the UK, which was a huge success considering it's all been done independently, on my own record label and our own little small team.
Now, do you have a website for everybody that's inquiring about your music to go check out and see?
Yeah, just visit CoConiRoyle.com.
All right, anything you're working on right now, like an album or anything? Or
Yeah, I'm slowly developing my second album. I'm about halfway through, and I'm working on a new music video. So I'm hoping to maybe get that done in October time.
every artist or just everybody in general has a struggle. What has been your biggest struggle that you had to overcome in your life?
Well, when I was 19, I got diagnosed with Asperger's autism, and I didn't realize that I'd had it up until that point. It made sense to why I was the way that I was in my younger years, being, very unsocial at times, but then being able to get on stage and be like almost a different person, in those moments. So that was the biggest struggle of my life, and it was good to know that it wasn't just me, that it wasn't that I was a weirdo or anything. In having these struggles, something amazing and unique can sometimes come out of it. It pushes you in a different direction to what you would have done if things were different,
Absolutely. Well, for me, there's no such thing as weird. It's just all unique, and unique is beautiful. And you definitely have a beautiful story and just a beautiful drive for music and life in general. And you're definitely a success story for those that have autism. Do you have any plans in the future to do any community work, speaking to kids with autism, or being the face of that for others to be inspired by?
Oh yeah, I would love to. Yeah, that would be really amazing, to inspire people and to let people get more educated about it, because it is becoming more. It's becoming more and more. People are finding out about it, and it's good for people to know about these things, even in general, so that no one can judge stuff. But we all got to learn not to judge people.
Absolutely.
In general. We all have to get to know one another, and everybody has their weaknesses and everybody has their strengths, and that's just the way we're built as humans. So
yeah, it's all about how you deal.
Yeah.
Honestly, looking at you, I would never be able to tell that you had that struggle.
yeah.
It's just an amazing story. So, looks like that's our time. It's iWill, CoConi Royle. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I look forward to your future endeavors and all your projects.
Thank you.
And that's our time. W's up.